Now, I will show you how to analyze the data descriptively. So for section A, we have 3 categorical items. So these categorical items are gender, age, and education. Categorical data are analyzed using frequency and percentage. So first, we will select the Analyze menu and we go to the descriptive and frequency. Click the frequency and the frequency dialog box will be open like this. So at the left side, we will see all the variables that we have labeled in our data. They are all 15 variables labels. We can turn it into the variable name by right click and choose the display variable name. So all the variable label will turn to the variable name as what we have labeled earlier. So they are all together 15. So to analyze the first section, the 3 categorical item, we will select the 3 items and click the button, the arrow button, to move them into the variables box. So now they are all in this box for us to analyze. So in SPSS, when we open the dialog box, the left side will show all the variables in the data set. And the right side is the box that we enter the data for data analysis. And there are some buttons for us to perform the operation of data analysis. In this case, we click the statistic button and we want the frequencies. We are not going to analyze for the mean, median, mode, sum, standard deviation, and so on. And distribution also we are not going to. This is for normality. But at the moment, we are not going to do this. So we click continue. Then we go to the chart. Maybe we want to draw a graph for each of the variables like gender, age, and education. So we can select bar chart, pie chart, or histogram. In this case, I will use the bar chart to show the gender in terms of male and female, age, and so on. So I click the button, continue. Then the rest of the two, I am not going to click them, and I click OK. The OK button. So now the output of the data analysis will be presented in the IBM SPSS Statistics viewer. So in this viewer, it will show all the tables. For the first table, it shows the frequency for how many respondents that is present, and valid means the data is there, and missing is if the data is missing. So in this case, for the gender of the respondent answer the item, age and highest level of education of them are 80. So this is just a statistic for the data. Then the output is in the frequency table. So for the first table, for this table, as we can see, we can double click the table. So the gender, male, we have 53 respondents. Female, we have 27. Altogether, 80%. We have 80 respondents. So the percentage is 66.3% for male, 33.8% for female, and the total is 100%. Okay, this is a valid percentage, which is the same, and also cumulative percentage. Normally, we are not interested with these two. We want to present the frequency and percentage only for the gender. So we can select them, select the 2 columns, and we just press the key delete to delete them. Then we move to age. So double click the box and we just highlight and delete. Then for highest, level of education. We use the same method, double click and delete the last two columns. Now we move to the bar chart. This is a bar chart for gender, male and female. We can present the frequency of the male and female by clicking it, double click it, and click the data label mode button and click on the bar chart of the male. It will show 53. This is the frequency for the male group. Then we click on the bar chart of the female. It will show 27. So this is the frequency of the female group. Then we close the chart editor. We move on to the age. For the age, the bar chart has three categories. The first one is below 20, so we just double click and using the same method, click the data label mode button, then click each of them. So we get the frequencies for the three categories. So as we can see, the category 20 to 30 years old have the highest frequencies, which is 39. Okay, then we close the chart editor again. Then we move to the highest level of education, double click, then click the data label mode again, and on here we click the three bar chart, then we can see the frequency clearly that respondent with certificate have the highest frequencies among the three group of the respondent. Close the chart editor again, then we can see all of them. At the left side of the IBM SPSS statistic viewer, there are labels showing all the output of the analysis. Now we are going to copy all the three tables and paste them into a Microsoft Word document file for report. To copy the table, we click the icon of the frequency table. So now all the frequency table has been highlighted with the title. So right click and copy it. Then we open the Microsoft Word document file. Then right click on it and paste it. Using the same method to copy the bar chart. So click the icon of the bar chart here and right click, copy. Then go back to the Microsoft Word document and right click, paste it. So now we have all the tables and the bar chart in the Microsoft Word document. So we can now write our report based on the tables and the bar chart. After the section A, we move back to the SPSS data again. Then we are going to analyze the section B, emotional intelligence, with 5 items. And also section C, motivation 1 to motivation 5 for work motivation. The 10 items are in Likert scale. We use the same method to analyze them because all of these 10 items are in Likert scale, categorical data. So we go to the Analyze, click the menu, Analyze, Descriptive, and Frequencies, because Likert scales are frequencies data. So we click on it, categorical data, we click on it, and we highlight the 3 variables in the section A and move them back into the frequency box at the left side. Then we highlight all the 10 items. Then click the arrow button to move them into the variables box for data analysis. And then we click the statistic. So we are not going to get all this, and we close it. So for the chart, we are going to analyze by using the bar chart. Then continue. Then we click the button. Okay. So now we get result of the analysis. As you can see, this is a first table of the output, the frequency of missing data for each item. In this data, there is no missing data for all the 10 items. We move to the frequency table. For the first item of the emotional intelligence, I understand my own emotions most of the time. So for this table, one of the respondents, the frequency, one of the respondents disagree with this statement, and there are 10 of them undecided, and 56 agree, 13 of them strongly agree. So most of them have a positive opinion on understanding their own emotion most of the time. So these are the percentage. 70% for agree and strongly agree, 16%. We double click it and we just delete the table. This process can be repeated, and the tables and charts can be copied and pasted into the Microsoft document for report. These are the tips for presenting categorical data. Categorical data should be analyzed using frequency and percentage, as shown in the table. Presenting categorical data with mean score is less meaningful. I will explain with examples. The mean score for gender equal to 1.5 or the mean score for age level equal to 2.1 is meaningless. Mean score for a 1 to 5 point Likert scale equals to 3.0 doesn't mean on average all the respondents are undecided with the statement. For example, if among the 80 respondents, 40 of them are either strongly disagree label 1 and disagree label 2, and another 40 of them are either agree label as 4 and strongly agree label as 5. The mean score will be approximately 3.0, which is undecided. In this case, the mean score equal to 3 cannot represent the respondents because none of them are undecided with the statement. This is very clear that using a mean score cannot accurately represent the opinion of the whole group of the respondents. Thus, presenting Likert scale data with frequency and percentage is more accurate and clearer than with a mean score. After analyzing the categorical data of section A, B, and C, now we will analyze section D, mathematics and chemistry score. We return to the SPSS dataset.